Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, the guy that I was just telling you about, Ben Kasle, who's a registered sex offender, guess what happened with him? Now, this is in Dearborn County. Let's see. I don't know, what is that? Hold on, guys. Okay, I was able to go on to get the picture so we can look at him. So here's the guy who was into 13-year-old girls when he was 21 years old, right? Nice German name. Wonder if he came from Germany, maybe. And this is the, so this is the sheriff's report. Registration number 1579376. Sex offender, active, registration start date 11/30/2011, registration end date 7/29/2024. Work address, I can't read that, PPR Inc., 401 West EAOS Parkway, Eads Parkway, 320 Lawrenceburg, Indiana, 47025. Okay. Fun Supermarket commented. Let's see if this is going to be another Scientologist. No, it's not looking like it. According to the latest okay. I don't know who's, I'm not sure who is commenting. According to the latest church flyer, Ben Kasle is now the new chairman of the OT committee at Cincinnati org. Isn't that great, you guys? Wonder how many more 13-year-olds he was getting a hold of. The org where he had offended. Isn't that great? I'm sure the LAPD would be totally fine with that. He had offended while supervising the academy. Oh, like Wally Hanks? Like Wally Hanks. He somehow managed to get off the registry 3 years early from a 10-year sentence. I wonder how he did that. So let's see. Where's that report from? I got to go back. Dearborn makes me think of Michigan, but that's a suburb, I guess, of... This is in Indiana. Just want to make sure. So around 2007, there was an exodus of staff members. Oh, I wonder why that would be. Some of whom had been reporting Ben for inappropriate contact with a certain minor. So he never stopped. Just like Wally Hanks. For inappropriate contact with a certain minor in the academy. And one of those staffers made sure to stop by the local police station on their way out. Unbeknownst to investigators, Ben had also been reported to ethics for soliciting a different minor on the Freewinds just months earlier and had gone without punishment due to his status within the org. Of course. Clearwater PD is okay with that. LAPD is okay with that. Hemet police are okay with this kind of stuff. FBI is okay with it. Department of Justice is okay with this. Immigration Services okay with this. They protected him just like they protected Danny Masterson. Why? because he's an earner, a producer, an upstat. According to Hubbard's policies as enforced by Scientology and Sea Org ethics officers, Ben can get away with murder so long as he brings in the money. Yep. Go look at Doug Kramer, rest in peace. He interviewed, I believe this guy's name is Chris Malin. Chris Malin was a United Kingdom Scientologist. And he was doing an auditing with a perpetrator who was R-ing like 10-year-old little girls. And also there was a whole child porn, whole thing going on. And Chris Malin was so upset and disgusted, he wound up leaving, but he's spoken out about it. Okay, back to what this guy said. It's a deleted account. Ben can get away with murder so long as he brings in the money. Fun Supermarket, correct. Ben is a flag-trained director of training in Clear. Oh, I wonder, is that similar to what Serge Delmar talks about? Is that what that Debbie was? What was her last name? Debbie something. Out in Flag. Was she one of those too? Director of training in Clear. He is the son of two late wealthy Scientologist dentists. Well, they love their dentists, don't they? So he had money. And the youngest of three children who were all taken out of middle school to start working on staff full-time. Oh, listen to that. 3 children taken on out of school to work on staff. Mitch Brisker. Who else says there's no kids? Rinder, whomever's talking a bunch of baloney. If not for the staff member who alerted the police, he would never have seen any punishment. We got to wonder how many more are in there that are not getting any punishment. Due to his perceived impact on the org's stats. I previously posted about his brother, the OES at the time, who was also arrested twice, unbeknownst to the other staff members. Funny, neither one was ever a head on a spike to set an example. Isn't that the truth? Serge Delmar is talking about that. That head on a pike or a spike. Yeah, isn't that funny? It was always lower level staff, aka less important people to maintain their image and thus the income. Wonder what Rinder knows about that. Huh. DFW Punk. Masterson is protected to a certain degree because they know other celebrities are watching. I kind of wonder what his actions may have had to do with Laura Prepon leaving the church. Deleted. Me too. She won't say, and 3 guesses as to why. Silhouette. Well, honestly, I think what's not taken into account when celebrities leave is that a lot of them have young children, and it's not right, in my opinion, to essentially fair game them by proxy to your decision to leave. Maybe if she were single without kids, it would be different. But the same with Beck. He has kids with a woman whose family, I believe, are longtime devoted Scientologists. He can't just come out and air his grievances without jeopardizing that relationship. Leah's family left altogether, and Mike sadly barely knew his children. Well, I wouldn't say sadly. That's my opinion. Ian Rafalco. Happens more often than you think. My ex-wife was an auditor at Perth Org in Australia. And she audited one staff member who was also a pedophile. She would tell me about their sessions where he mentioned finding it hard to stay away from playgrounds. And it made me sick. But she saw him as productive upstat. As the sessions progressed, he became more detailed, and she eventually became very disturbed by it, and she had to give him to another auditor. He's probably still on staff over there, and that's sick. No mention of police, of course, Not that they would do anything, because, I'm kind of just losing faith in all that. Now there was another post that was removed. Ian Rafalco says, it's been a few years, so I do not recall. She referred to him mainly as my PC, someone being audited. I think that's a pre-clear. So if I heard his name, it was maybe once. Trust me, I've tried to remember. The response that she gave was removed. Ian Rafalco, I couldn't agree more. I can imagine what she said. I couldn't agree more. We should do this to as many government agencies that hold significant power. IRS, too, as the back taxes they would have to pay, should be of great interest to the government alone. Thank you for caring in a way that's actually productive. Amir Khan, Scientology, according to COB Miscavige, that's always a red flag to me, has a solution to all of humanity's problems. I guess finding jobs for sex offenders is one of them. Fun Supermarket. I'm so glad that you brought that up, Amir. I would like to give a special shout out to the Scientologist chiropractors who have been enjoying promoting and partnering with Ben since his conviction. Dr. Scott Shelby and Dr. Mike Tiefke. Ben is now the COO of their practice after having been promoted from office manager, where he landed after OSA forced him off the OSA payroll. Though he continued to supervise the academy, of course he did, as a volunteer. It's all fresh meat then, presumably unbeknownst to OSA. So they all play the same game. Nobody knows anything, right? I'm going to click on this and see where it goes. It was taken down. They sure don't like to be found, do they? Fair game sunshine. Sentence was shortened probably because no one showed up at the parole hearing to represent the victims. Oh, there we go. Perhaps a flyer should be printed up detailing the do not report to police or law enforcement policies. The cops know. The police know. They know what's going on. And sent to every police agency that has an org or mission in its patrol area. The police are on the payroll. It's obvious. With less and less law enforcement versus population, the remaining officers need to be informed. Fun Supermarket responds, that makes sense because the victim in this case later went on to join the Sea Org. And then somebody else's problem responds, they misspelled RAPE word. David A., it's weird seeing my hometown on this. Auto moderator. I don't know if that's AI or a real person. Yeah, it looks like AI. Yeah, the AI even says she's a bot. Weird. Okay, you guys, I will leave the description I will leave the link in the description. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.